What's up guys, it's Joi Boi here. Today we're taking a look at the 2017 MacBook Air. So this MacBook Air, it's a little outdated. The new one just came out, the 2018, but for those of you that are still looking at the 2017, here are a bunch of reasons why you shouldn't go for it. So this laptop was a fantastic laptop when it came out. It was one of the lightest laptops that was out there. It also had a fantastic display for what it was. But nowadays, it's got a 1440 by 900 pixel display. It's not the greatest. I'll flash the PPI right here. Personally, I think that there's no way that this thing is worth $1,000 in today's market. This particular one, it's an i5. I believe it's a 5th or a 6th generation. I'll let you know right here. This is also the 256 gigabyte one with 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM. This laptop served me well. The I/O on it, we're rocking an SD card reader, DisplayPort 1.4, and a USB. And then on the other side, we're rocking a headphone jack, a USB, and MagSafe 2. MagSafe 2, the last time we saw MagSafe 2. And we probably won't see it for a while. I don't think they'll come out with anything similar for USB-C for Thunderbolt 3 charging like we have on the MacBook Pros and now the MacBook Air. This is the last time we'll see it. This laptop, it's fantastic for a student. For coding, it's not that great, so for me, it didn't serve me in that aspect, but just taking notes, going to class, it's super, super light. It's lighter than my MacBook Pro 13-inch. It's actually a little bit bigger just because of these thick bezels that are on the side. Overall, this laptop, it's light, it's portable, and at the time, it was revolutionary because nothing else was similar to it on the market. This laptop, it has the glowing Apple logo. It's going to be fantastic if you just want to go, you want to do some Word documents, maybe a little bit of Excel, stuff like that. Taking notes in class, going to and from class, it's not a burden in your backpack. It's super light. It's a little under 3 pounds. It's not going to be a laptop that you should get nowadays. Nowadays, you should invest the extra $200 if you're going to get something super light and you still want to stick with Mac OS. Then you should go for the new 2018 MacBook Air because that thing is gorgeous. It looks just like a MacBook Pro. It's updated. It's still got the downward sloping hinge. It's refined. It's a little bit faster because it's still, and nowadays it has an 8th gen Intel processor. It's still going to have DDR3 RAM, but it's going to overall serve you for a lot longer of a time. This laptop is already outdated. There's nothing that justifies purchasing this laptop nowadays. This is where I put all my pictures from my phone, all my videos. I put this on here, and then when I need to transfer them to anything else, I just put them onto a flash drive, and then I convert them over to my MacBook Pro. This laptop, it's still great for surfing the web, stuff like that, but after using the MacBook Pro 13-inch, I can't go back to the resolution on this display. It's not as bright as my MacBook Pro 13-inch. It's also not as expensive, so that's justified. It's not going to blow your mind if you go with this. I don't know how many times I can say it. You shouldn't buy this laptop in 2018. I understand that it's still going to be really expensive for an entry into the Mac OS. It's still $1,200 to get the baseline MacBook Air, the cheapest MacBook Air, but it's worth it. That MacBook is going to serve you for a much longer time. This laptop, it's already outdated. Overall, it's just not worth it in 2018. If you already have one, you know how portable, how lightweight it is. It's lighter than my MacBook Pro by about 1/4 pound. The I/O on it is still fantastic. It still has that SD card reader, so you're still able to use it for taking media off of cameras and stuff like that. The keyboard on this laptop is still going to have a little bit of key travel. This was the last MacBook that had the key travel like this. It doesn't use the butterfly switches. The new one does, but this one, it still has a little bit more of a tactile feel. The MacBook Pro still has the butterfly switches. The new MacBook Air does. This still has the chiclet style keys. I prefer the MacBook Pro keyboard, to be honest. I like that low key travel. I still type very quickly on it. This laptop, I'm still able to type very quickly. I'm used to using a mechanical keyboards on my custom PC, but I don't prefer typing on this. The typing experience, in my opinion, the trackpad on this is also much, much smaller than the MacBook Pro or even the new MacBook Air. When it came out, it was decently sized, and it's still, by today's standard, a very decently sized trackpad. It's larger than most Windows laptops, but compared to other Macs out there nowadays, this one isn't going to be as large. It is a Force Touch trackpad, so you are able to use gestures. Alright guys, that's been me, Joi Boi, here with the MacBook Air 2017 edition. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see, and I'd be happy to bring it. Peace, guys.